Hi, welcome to another video of my Arduino Yun connected with the breadboard and some electronics. Last time I managed to get rid of the DHCP server and to connect the Yun to my own network using this address. I managed to get two addresses, one for the wireless, one for the wired. However, something seems to be not quite okay. I can't reach the 135 address, and moreover, when I click here, it shows Arduino again as a DHCP server. Now, one thing else that I checked, when I use here the board, I can easily find the Yun, but the programmer says you're on TTY ACM0, and that is the power on USB connection, which I cannot use. So what's going wrong? So in order to find that out, I open the terminal and I say okay. Last time I used a root for the connection, so I am trying to use that once again, and it does fail. This fails as well. However, knowing that I used 135 and 137, I took a look at my router and it shows that 135 is active as Ubuntu, and that's strange because Ubuntu is a username on another board I use, but it is not connected right now. So the question is, what has gone wrong? A simple idea would be, since the DHCP server seems to be active, is to use not this one, but this one again. So let's just see how this ends up. Let me close this. Nope. Okay, then here, and this is not active either. So which is logical because I'm not connected, so I am trying to connect to the Arduino. Let me interrupt this, because I should need to get a DHCP address, but I'm not getting one. And this is quite a mystery. Everything worked quite nicely last time, so why doesn't it do now? And I can forget about this because this is taking way too long. As you can see, it is not doing a thing. Not on this address, not on the 35, not on the 137. And the 135 is available on the shows present on my router. So the question is, why can't I reach it? I may be able to reach it when I do it like this, but then again, no route to host, and this says connection refused. So the 137 is not there, 135 is there, but there's no connection, and last time when I did that, it had a perfect connection. So I'm quite baffled. I'm going to see whatever happens. To make an attempt for seeing what I could salvage, I powered off the Yun and I powered it on again, and now look what I've got: a login screen via SSH. So I am going to fill in my password and I'm in. So that is correct. Now the test is, does this work? It does work. So not all is lost. And with the password I see that everything has gone alright. It's just that this is still visible, but I don't need it. So looking here at my tools, I have still the Yun here, and now I can access it using this one, and that is exactly what I need. So now I have to find this one, and with a little bit of patience I have exactly anything I need. Truth be told, when I powered it up for the first time for this episode, I forgot to connect it to the Ethernet cable, and that may have been the problem. It shouldn't have been, but probably it is, because last time I could do everything after I put in the cable. Before I couldn't manage anything. So for some reason, apparently, the cable is the key. Having said that, if you look at this, it works. What hasn't worked so far, and I really need to find that out, is the and it doesn't remember commands, unfortunately, but this is the command to, if I remember correctly, to get no, it's not. I have to look that up again. The command to find out or to update. And last time there was a problem with it because it could not find the update server. Now there's a very simple method for it. If I just say number LPKG, that is the command. So I'm going here, LPKG. Yes, it does. Update. Does it find it? Last time it did not. So this is the big question. No, it does not. So that is next. Which source to find, or to find a source that I can use to update everything. That's going to be a challenge, I think. But anyway, I got my connection. I'm on the board. That's good. Another thing that still is not good is all the electronics, because I have two LEDs and a red LED that is supposed to blink, and right now none of the LEDs are doing anything, so that's a problem. But first let me find out about the source for OPKG. Alright, I found something else. The point is that when I go here, it is all perfectly in order. When I go into the terminal, it has a big problem connecting, which means that there is no internet connection. However, when I go here in the overview, I can see here the wide area network status, and then the address is 137, and it has a nice gateway, it has DNS, etc. All looks fine, except for one thing, that here it is set wide area network status, while here 137 is assigned to the local area network, and the wide area network has the 135. So that doesn't make any sense. Apart from that, in order to use OPKG, I need a functioning internet connection on the board, and I think this is the culprit. That said, I need to figure out how to actually change this. This is the status, and if I can't connect to it, I have a real problem. So that said, I connected to this with the 135. Can I connect to it using the using the 137 connection? So that is what I'm going to do now. Let's see how that is going to work out. No way to do it. So looking here, this is no problem. So this is a problem, because this is 37. Then again, I think we have a clear oops here. Let me press wireless local area network 0. What is this? And here we come. Here we go. And I say here gateway 139, 138, DNS 138, and this is local area network. I go to wide area network. Yes, this is this one, but it also has the same data. Advanced settings, physical setting, So they have both the same data. They are both configured to access the internet. So why doesn't it happen? That is a very good question right now. This one doesn't connect. Exit. This one does connect, but I can't ping. And ping is the very basic test to see if you are connected, which doesn't run. Ouch. After the attempt to get on the internet with the Yun, I have decided to leave that as is for now and do something with the code. Now, one thing that I had in mind last time was to get a console working. I figured out that I couldn't use the serial console, the serial monitor in here, but oops, let me put that straight. Yeah, it's still on the right one, but I could use, as you can see here, console using SSH and then a telnet console. Last time I did have a rather big problem getting it to work, but as you can see now it is working. Not as I like it to work, because I get sensor is -1, which is exactly here. If the console is not connected, sensor is -1. So something is wrong. On the other hand, let's see, here I should say print line, but that is let's say semantics. Print line, by the way, makes that after the value there's going to be a new line. Let's compile and upload again. Yes, and I have to give my password again. And it is connected to the 135, so that is all correct. Now we're there, and I'm going to start again. I have to give my password again because it's a new connection. Now let's see if the little change I made is actually paying out, paying off, whatever. It is rather slow. But here you can see it is already paying off what I've done. Not that I like the output, but it says sensor is -1, so it is not connected. And another thing is that I should say here, what if it is not is the console not available? So I am putting here print, I say print line console not available. I could have written this in Dutch, but this is easier for you to see. So let's see how this works out. It's taking some time again. There it is. Yes, close by foreign host. So I'm starting again. And now let's see what happens. Is it available or is it just not connected? Or both? Because then I would have to look into it. See, both. Not available and not connected. Which ends this thing, and I have to look into that. So let's do so. I have changed the algorithm a little bit, following an example. This is still the same, bridge begin and console begin, but I am letting it wait now until the console is actually being connected. Then a print line that says in the console connected to console, and then I configure the onboard LED as an output. The rest may have maybe should be rewritten as well, but for now I'll let it be. So I am going to upload. And see whatever happens, because maybe I am just too impatient, and connecting the console needs maybe some time. So let's do it again. First the password once again. It says connected to console. That's one thing. So now I want to see that it actually works. But will it? Pressing a switch. Releasing it. Console not available. This does not make sense. Either I am connected or I'm not available. But I can't be connected while being unavailable. So should I put this part right here? That's a good one. Let me just do that. I copy it. Right. Then I could just as well say, okay, I'm blocking a few things. By the way, in C this is a block command, so you don't have to put this in front of all the lines. So now it's time to see if this is giving any result. and once again it takes some time. There it is. Checking again. Password again. Okay, once again, this is not making any sense. It says connected, but it's not available. I apparently miss something. Perhaps here somewhere, perhaps on this side somewhere. What is going wrong? It's some clarity, but not what I like. So back to the drawing board once again. I have changed the algorithm a bit. First of all, I am checking if console available is smaller or equal to 0. In that case, I will print in the console not available. The not connected part I have put in the setup as well. And then I have changed here because this code only makes sense if the console is available. Then first I check if the console is connected, but I will assume that is so. And inside here this only makes sense if this is true. So we'll see. Apart from that, I have found that this console is also available as serial monitor. And right now it doesn't work. Yes, it does work. So this input or output, so to say, is the same as here, yet. That said, I haven't uploaded it yet, so let's go to do that. And I will exit the serial monitor. So I don't have to use the real console output. Although it may be a bit nicer to see. There we go. Yeah, let's just choose the serial monitor. Connected to console, console available. Now, this really does not make sense to me. How come that this is of a correct value? It is obviously in the loop because it says the console is available. Then console read and sensor is this. I could say, alright, let's do this. And now I have to make sure that I make here a sensor connected, because right now I have no idea if that indeed is the case. So I say copy and paste. Con sensor. So here I say con sensor. Is that the same? Yes, that is the same. And then I put here, of course, nope, small n, big S. So then, and then I say here con sensor, then I am really sure that this is inside this. So let's do it again. And the value that I'm giving it right here is of course overwritten by this console read. So let's see again. What are we getting? -1. Definitely -1. But why? It says here sensor is 1. So this is not printed, so the console is connected. So you might say that this may be not correct. Is this exactly the same? That is what I have to find out. However, that is for next time. Also for next time is addition of an LED in the wires, with the wires on the switch. So for now, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please consider to allow advertisement in between the video segments, or visit my website to find other clues on how to support my blog and videos. And this is obviously going to be continued.